Thank God there's restaurants.
Right.
But I mean,
Yeah, right.
you know, having teenage kids, making sure they're safe. That, you know, they get home, we get home, and you know, have proper food on the table. That's the challenge.
Right,
I mean, that's
right.
you know, as easy as that.
So Marissa, you have a 3- and a 5-year-old.
Right.
So, and of course, you're a publisher of Time Out Kids. Talk to us about what it's like for you as a working mom.
I think, I mean, I agree, it's obviously a juggling act, but I've just become an expert juggler.
Okay,
So,
okay.
and I think you go into that. Before you have kids, you are starting to make that decision of, am I going to work? And you know going into it that it's not going to be easy. But
Did you know going into it that it wasn't going to be easy, though? Because sometimes I wonder if people don't go into this kind of blind and just kind of hope that things will just sort of work out for them.
I did. I mean, I came from a family with 2 kids and a working mother, and I think I always knew that what she gave me in terms of the independence and understanding that women worked, whether you actually needed money or not, because I'm actually in a very fortunate position where I don't have to be in the stressful job that I'm in. I choose to do that.
Oh, so, that's wonderful.
So when right, but people think that's crazy. They're like, you choose to be as stressed and crazy as you are, but that's just sort of the environment that I function best in. And when my kids ask me, "Oh, mommy, you go to work so you can buy us toys," and I say, "No. I go to work because I love to work," and I think it's important for them to understand that there's more of a reason to go to work than just money, because you don't want them to think that they're only going to school to end up doing homework.
Right.
And
Absolutely.
See, it's interesting because I also, when I first started, I was home more with the kids, and I loved being home. But all of a sudden, being home was not that glamorous. I really was thirsty to get back into the workforce because it's great to play on the floor and whatnot, but I also, I do now agree with you. I think it's for my mental health.
But do our children miss out because we've opted to work?
I think
are they missing out?
I think the kids are missing out.
You think they are missing
Absolutely.
out?
I think you can't be all mother and all career person at the same time. You just can't. Really? It's sort of, yes. I think just like you can't be a full-time career person, you're not the full-time mother, you're not, I mean, it's like I would be lying to myself if I would think it was otherwise.
I disagree.
They don't have a total.
I disagree.
That's it. Okay.
Well, you know,
to each his own. But
and I'm the only one here that doesn't have children. So now, but I listen to the option of working, and I know lots of people who don't have the option of not working. So living in Brooklyn and raising children is a real challenge for them. It's expensive, they say. Safety is the issue. Education. Right. So how does that play out?
We're going to explore that, but I think it's kind of interesting that you have this point of view about you know,
because like kids
missing out, because there have been studies that indicate that women who work are actually happier and their kids do not suffer from our work.
But I think children throw it back at you sometimes when they when they become teenagers or adults. Either they use that as, you know, just bait or stuff like that, but I think kids sometimes tend to say to you, well, you weren't there. Or you can't, and sometimes we have to make those choices. We can't always be there every single time.
Right.
We have to make, you know, the choice of our career over at meetings or events we have to attend.
Deborah, I am that. I hear what you're saying. I understand, you know, you can't be everything all the time to everyone, but I think it's really important to set a good example. Like to me, I'm an example to my children because being a working woman, I can stand alone, which I think is really important in life. So, I think, you know, my daughter especially, I think it's really important that I show her that I can have a successful family and a successful career. And that to me is
can I just ask a question? How does Brooklyn then provide these choices, whether you can have the option of not working or whether, and maybe Marissa can talk to that a little bit.
Well, I think, you know, I think part of it in terms of the public school options and how great some of the schools are, those schools are 3 or 4 blocks away from where you live. I mean, I grew up in Cobble Hill and I walked half a block to school. So the fact that there was a safety issue there where there was a crossing guard and then I was home. There's that you can actually work because you still have time to take your child to school and that get to the office, as opposed to feeling as if you're going from uptown all the way to downtown and then sort of struggling to get to where you need to go.
But I guess too, in talking about education, you know,